I am pissed. I was watching this game at a bar, and while I was celebrating the Kenneth Gainwell touchdown, I dropped my phone and broke it. Yesterday was a terrible day. But anyway, let's get to the game. The Eagles lose 42 to 30 against the Chiefs. We are now 1-3. This is our third loss in a row and our second loss at Lincoln Financial Field. Another game that was dominated by missed opportunities. Another game dominated by sloppy play, man. It it is so funny, man. This game, it was just like that 49ers game 2 weeks ago. Also at the link. It was just like that Niners game, man. All right, so stop me if you heard this before. Eagles are sloppy, come out and play, and then they get a lot of penalties. A lot of penalties. Stop me if you heard that. The Eagles drawing a lot of penalties. I bet you're not. It's not the first time you're hearing that. We're only the most penalized team in the league. So many penalties again for the fourth week in a row. All right, so there was a penalty there was one penalty I remember. The Eagles were in the red zone. Like we had just gotten out of red zone. We get a delay game, and then that stalls that drive, and we're only able to come away with a field goal. And then, of course, the guy known for stupid penalties, Derek Barnett. Every game he has a stupid penalty. He didn't disappoint. He had one this game. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It was a late hit. Derek Barnett strikes yet again. Every week. If there's one thing that you could count on every week, it's Derek Barnett having a dumb penalty, having a stupid penalty for some dirty stuff after the play. You can count on it. You can make a bet. Like I bet you if there's a way you could bet on Derek Barnett having a penalty every week, you would win. You would be rich. You'd be absolutely stinking rich. Well, yeah, so again, a lot of penalties. And it was just like that Niners game. I've never seen a team lose so many touchdowns off the board because of penalties. All right. So we had one touchdown by Zach Ertz. It got called back due to an offensive PI against JJ Arcega-Whiteside. That call looked kind of tic-tacky to me, but hey, it is what it is. Can't cry over spilled milk. That took a touchdown off the board. We had to settle for 3 points. And then there was another penalty where Devontae Smith, it looked like he was pushed out of bounds on a touchdown. He came back in and he scored. And that one gets called back too, illegal touching, just like the Niners game. Just like the Niners game. I said it before. That happened in the Niners game with Jalen Rager. He stepped out of bounds and oh, my alarm. Hold on. Damn. Stupid phone alarm. I should remember to turn that off. But just like the Niners game, we have a touchdown taken off the board because of illegal touching. And it looked like Smith got pushed out of bounds to me. It looked like he got pushed out of bounds. It is. We had to settle for another field goal. And oh my God, this team, man, the penalties, like we are on set to have a franchise record for most penalties in a season. It's really bad, man. Like Nick Sirianni, you got to clean this up. You really got to clean this up. And speaking of Nick Sirianni, we are still not running the ball enough, man. We're still not running the ball enough. Miles Sanders only had 7 carries today. I do recall seeing a lot of receptions for Sanders. It wasn't a quiet day for him, but we're still not giving him enough touches. 7 receptions for the game. You know that this Chiefs run defense isn't good. You know that their run defense is porous. Like you got to let the man run. 7 carries is not enough. It's better than last week. It's better than last week when you had 2 carries against Dallas, but that's still not enough, man. You got to run the ball. I was really hoping that you would just let him loose this game because you're looking at a defense that can't stop the run, and you don't do it. You don't do it, Nick Sirianni. Like, come on, man. Ugh. And then the defense. Let's get to the defense. Listen, I'm not too mad at the pass defense because I didn't expect us to be stout against the pass. It's the Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. It's only so much you could do. There's only so much you could do to stop them. Like they're most likely they're going to kill you with the pass. It is what it is. I'm not going to be I'm not gonna be angry at the pass defense because I was expecting them to get killed. But I am so tired. I am so fed up with this run defense. This run defense is atrocious. We actually might have a worse run defense than the Chiefs. We legit might have the worst run defense in the NFL. We can't stop anybody with the run. I am fully convinced that a freaking refrigerator, could get 100 yards running against our defense. It is that bad. It is that bad. We can't stop anybody on the run. Any team can run it down our throats. 49ers, they didn't even have Raheem Mostert 2 weeks ago. They were still able to run the ball down our throats. The Cowboys, Zeke and Pollard, they feasted on us. The Falcons game that we won back in week 1, the Falcons ran the ball effectively in that game too. We cannot stop the run. And the Chiefs aren't even a running team. The Chiefs aren't even a running team. They're a pass team. And if you're getting killed by the run by Kansas City, that's a big problem, man. It is a huge problem. It is a huge problem, man. This run defense, I've had it up with it. I've had enough with this run defense. Again, and you got to do something different, man. You got to do something different because through 4 games, we can't stop the run. We're the worst in the league at it. Something's got to change. Something's got to change, man. It it's just bad. We're 1-3 now. That's 3 straight losses. Like, man, it's just, it takes a lot out of you. It was just so much in this game, so much. The touchdowns taken off the board, settling for field goals, the stupid penalties yet again. You can't beat Kansas City like that. Now we're a team. We competed in this game. We made it close. We entered the fourth quarter with actually being a pretty tightly contested game. I'm glad of the. I'm pretty proud of the effort that I saw. But when it comes to making these mistakes that you can't make, when it comes to like playing perfect, when you really have to just buckle down and not commit any stupid mistakes or sloppy play, we just can't do that. We can compete, but we can't. We're not disciplined enough to beat these good teams right now. That's what it's telling me. It is just crazy how much of a carbon copy this game was of not the Cowboys game. It is so funny how much of a carbon copy this game was of the Niners game. It was just like it. Penalties, touchdowns being taken off the board, a touchdown called back because of illegal touching after our receiver came back in and scored. It was just like it. It was just like it, man. It so what else did I want to say? I gotta talk about the good though. Jalen Hurts was bad last week, but I thought he played a decent game today. Now I did mention earlier he overthrew Zach Ertz for a touchdown on our first drive, and there was one throw where he really got away with one. It should have been intercepted. Luckily, the ball hit the ground. But all things considered, I thought he played a decent game today. He wasn't perfect, no. Was he amazing? No. But I don't think he lost us this game. He had about 400 yards today. Now, some of that you could argue came in garbage time, but I thought Hurts played a decent game. Dallas Goedert had a very good day today. He had a ton of big plays. He even had a really nice touchdown an amazing grab. I thought Goddard was pretty great today. Goddard and Devontae Smith too. Devontae Smith had over 100 yards today. He had 122 yards, just like Terrell Owens in the Super Bowl, 122 yards, I believe. So yeah, so those two. Kenneth Gainwell was pretty. He had a lot of explosive plays today. I'm just continuing to like Kenneth Gainwell. He's really proven to be excellent at catching the pass. And that's a few things I could talk about that went well today. Very frustrating loss, man. This run defense, we cannot stop anything. We can't stop anything. We can't stop it. And we got Christian McCaffrey next week. Wait, is he healthy though? He did get hurt against the Texans, so I'm not sure if he'll be playing against us, but oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Now, to be honest, we could beat the Panthers. I think we could beat the Panthers now, but you got to be disciplined enough to do it. Do we have the discipline? If I'm being honest with you guys, we don't. We don't have the discipline. Yesterday was just such a bad day, man. The Cowboys beat the Panthers, and the freaking Giants won a game. The Giants won a game yesterday. They went into New Orleans and they beat the Saints in overtime. Now, ugh. And Washington. Washington won because Tell me if you heard this before. The Falcons. You can't count on the Falcons for nothing, man. They once again blow a game and they lose. They had a double-digit lead, I believe, and they can't hold it. Typical Falcons. Typical Atlanta Falcons. It is just the same thing with that team over and over. The same thing. And I think the Saints had a lead over the Giants too. They were up 21-10 in the fourth. Man, so all our rivals won, we lost. It's just a really tough weekend, man. But this game, it was such an emotional roller coaster. It really was. Like seeing us score these touchdowns and seeing them taken off the board. It was just so deflating, man. The Zach Ertz touchdown that was called back because of JJ Arcega-Whiteside offensive pass interference. The Devontae Smith touchdown that got called back because of illegal touching. It just took a lot out of me, man. It took so much out of me. We're 1-3. Not good. That makes us third in the division, I believe. So the Giants are 1-3 too, so we're basically tied for last place now. We got the Panthers next week at Carolina. We could win that game. We could, but it all comes down to being disciplined. You got to be disciplined enough to win, and this team is not disciplined right now. We constantly make stupid mistakes. It was just everything that can go wrong just goes wrong for us. It seems like. In fact, there was one play on a third down. The Chiefs made a delay of game. They got away with they got called for a delay of game. But then they got another shot at the third down and they converted it. They converted it and that led to a touchdown. It is like so many things go wrong for us. It gets so many things. And I am so tired of Derek Barnett. I talked about him earlier. I kept saying before the season, trade Derek Barnett because I'd rather trade him than give him $10 million because he's not worth $10 million. The guy has more penalties than sacks in his career. He does stupid crap every week. He's so reactionary. He doesn't know how to just hold things in. He's a reactor. Joey Shakes 72 said this. He is a reactor. And he just does not have the mentality. He does not have the mental fortitude. He does not have the smarts to be a good football player. Thank you for recovering the fumble in the Super Bowl. Thank you, but I'm so glad that you're gone after this year because it is. I've had enough of you, Derek Barnett. I had enough of you, and I never even wanted him. I didn't want Derek Barnett in the 2017 draft. I didn't. I know a lot of people didn't want Derek Barnett actually. That was a pretty unpopular pick by Howie. Well, I mean, that's not saying much. There's a lot of unpopular picks by Howie. There's a long list, a very long list. So I'm hoping that we could. Wow, my phone's going off again. Whatever. So hopefully we could beat the Panthers next week and improve to 2-3 before a matchup with the Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. But oh man, this team's a mess.